channel. So much feedback. Okay. Orwell, part the second. So, hi, I'm Haley. She, her. Still new to streaming, so bear with. Probably going to be crap, but stick around. Hopefully not. I say stick around like anyone's watching. Yesterday we did the first day of Orwell, which is a privacy invasion simulator essentially, where I am working for a horrible police state, spying on people's Facebook threads and so on. It's really interesting and fun, and we were just spying on a woman called Cassi who happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time during an explosion, or just before an explosion, and we're seeing whether she has anything to do with it. And we got her arrested for a previous crime which she was exonerated for, but not really. And police states fun, aren't they? Ooh, profile options, what do we have there? Oh, interesting. Anyway, let's log in. So it's all in university. The game client is as if you are actually using this software for real, which is pretty cool. So yes, we've got a day one summary there. Severe assault. Sandra Watergate was present there prior to the assault. She was possibly involved in an activist group named Thought, and then there's just been a second explosion. Right, next day. A place where there is no darkness. Welcome back. I hope you don't mind if we get started right away. We have tons of work ahead of us. So yes, this is Symes, our supervisor guy, who only sees the information we pass to him, which is why where the sort of moral choices come into. I met with my superiors and they wish to continue with the test case. They believe in the capability of Orwell to handle this. Oh, and you of course. So am I like the first person to use this? My superiors agree with me. Based on the information you have already extracted, the activist group known as Thought is worth investigating. It seems that this Goldfels is an important member of Thought, so now we have clearance to consider them as a target person. So he's the founder of this Thought group. Now that Goldfels is a target person, there may be new data chunks available in documents you have already accessed. Don't forget to go back and recheck your sources. So yeah, so we've exhausted possibly Cassi. So now we're looking into this guy, and all we know so far is that he's connected to Thought. So do the police reports, look at the headlines, look at the Thought website. Let's see what's up with Cassi today. Assault on a police officer. Reconsider, I guess. Suspect was arrested in her flat. She willingly opened the door and cooperated with the arresting officer after having the warrant announced and her rights read. So yeah, like we got to watch her sort of half the conversation as she got arrested with her friend, and she just vanished from the conversation, which was pretty chilling. Yeah, nothing new there, but she's arrested. Headlines. Let's go the least important thing first. Rainstorms. It's fucking rainy. Yeah, that doesn't seem particularly useful. Shit. Timelines and versions. So timelines is the sort of Facebook equivalent. The Davenport siblings are the biggest social network. Timeline. What's the name of those bloody twins in the social network who started Facebook, and I forget the name of them. It's clearly riffing on them. Announced major cooperation with software giant Erosion Technologies. Nation today, God. Ada and Alan Davenport, like it. Creators and owners of the most important online social network. Timelines located in Hilbury are starting a major cooperation with the Bonton software giant Erosion Technologies. By utilising the existing infrastructure and software development capabilities of Rosentech, Timelines will be able to respond to the needs and requirements of the quickly changing digital world in real time. Our growing user base will profit from this by significantly reduced downtime, site security, and a sped up integration of new features. So this is definitely going to be a new way of me spying on people. So there's apparently a connection between the two bombings. The bombing that occurred yesterday at Stellingen University seems to be connected to the attack against the Freedom Plaza earlier this week. This is the conclusion of the police division, who is investigating the cases. In both assaults, a similar explosive device created with pure malevolence appeared to have been used, police spokeswoman Steele said. The letters received prior to the assault seem to support this suspicion, while their meaning is still puzzling investigators. According to rumours, people have been theorising the number of stanzas might represent the number of bombings, which in turn raises the question whether there might be another bombing yet to occur. We understand that some people jump to this conclusion, but there is no good reason to believe this, Steele answered when confronted with this theory during a press conference. There's going to be another bombing. Meanwhile, Stellingen University has declared that normal operation cannot continue under the circumstances. They will be closing their doors for the time being. They've also put up a special front page to pay their respects to the assault's victims. Right. We're going to check out people's dating profiles at some point, I'm certain. Right, so, Goldfelds. We have a photo who's probably not actually him. We have this initial blog which I read yesterday, which has the poem which had been used in the letters of the bombings yesterday. So what's the actual thing that mentions the folk song, which goes in the activity section? The letter, we are right it seems. He immigrated. Oh no. An immigrant. Yeah, screw you. That is why I created this blog. The Thought, an activist group with the same name as this blog. If Goldfeld is the one who created the blog, perhaps he founded or even was the leader of the activist group. No shit. So, what have we got here? Entry 8, thoughts must change direction. I thoroughly believed we were able to capture mind if only we could garner attention on thought as a group and what we stand for. It seems my ambition was once again too much. After 1.5 years recruiting 2 of my students and arranging 3 demonstrations like the one held at Freedom Plaza, I feel obliged to ask myself where we stand. Have we reached our goal? What has been sacrificed along the way? In short, are we true to the initial goal that formed the group? Frankly and sadly, the answer to the latter is a resounding no. We let ourselves be consumed by anger and hatred towards those we thought to do us wrong. Thoughts are free, but that does in no way mean they can attack and do whatever they wish. Instead of blaming others, I now see my high aims might well be the cause for all the events of the past months. More than anyone else have thought, I feel responsible. As a consequence, I will halt my active engagement in this group. I firmly believe it should be for the better of everyone involved, especially my students from Stellingen. And there's a comment, please reconsider. A guy heard there was only a goddamn cop. They had it coming for long. It was messy, I know, all the way back to the thing I messed up organising. But hell, look at the bright side. We made the news. This is what we wanted, what you wanted. So what have we got? Yeah, let's stick that up there. 3 demonstrations. More interesting might be that 2 students seem to be involved. Resigned from active engagement in thoughts. Whatever active engagement means, it's still an interesting fact. What now? Stellingen? The same Stellingen where a bomb just exploded? You know what I think about coincidences. I won't repeat it. You kinda did. So far, the evidence suggests that Goldfels was a prominent lecturer at Stellingen and some of his students became involved in thought. How... That's really on the nose. People thinking, no. Did he, recruit them for his cause? We need to identify those students, see who else is involved with the group. So, but we have a choice here of reacts with hatred and anger about troubled past of thought, hinted at a troubled past of thought, or feels responsible for troubled past. That's not really what that says. Reacts with hatred and anger about the troubled past. That's saying the troubled past meant that. I'm gonna go for that one in there. A troubled past, we'll have to get to the bottom of this. Okay. Oh, someone's having a conversation. It's Cassi. What? Hey you. This is the lawyer boyfriend. I'm sorry about last night. I really should have come over. It's just that this client is massively influential and could bring a whole lot of exposure to the office. I've been trying to get a meeting for months and it went rather well, so here's hoping. God, I'm such a stupid old man who talks about his job too much. I'm sorry, it's just such a big part of my life. Hello? Nope, your girlfriend's been arrested because I was spying on you. Are you still upset? Also, screw you, it's been like a minute. Cassi, can you at least answer me? If you don't, I'll start to worry. You know what I'm like. Yes, you should worry, but damn. So what's this about people being arrested? An arrest in connection with the recent bombing in the capital. So this is probably Cassi. A couple of minutes ago, the police department reported that an arrest in connection with the recent bombing in the capital had been made. A young woman has been brought into custody thanks to investigation efforts of a special task force. That's me! I feel awful. Police spokesman Kaufman said how the woman is related to the bomb attack. Kaufman did not cover. However, it is rumoured that the suspect is well known to authorities by other incidents. Oh, I feel like such a scumbag. Memorial. Oh, okay, right, this is the actual website. They killed a student and a lecturer. Several other individuals have been severely injured. An unspeakable tragedy. So everything's closed. And then, oh look, it's the best public dining hall. Well, so we've got some courses. Oh, well, isn't that lucky? Currently unavailable due to a representative, Professor A. Goldfeld, having retired. And the notable alumni section, being a luminary of his profession. Let's put that in there. Abraham Goldfelds gladly accepted the offered professorship in the field of media ethics at Stellingen, from which he sadly retired in fall 2016. Abraham, it is. Well done. Yeah, that seems fair. Did you notice the bombing locations seem to be closely connected to Thought members? There could be a pattern emerging. Thought has held 3 demonstrations that there have been only 2 bombings, which might imply, well, there's definitely a shot in the dark, but we absolutely need to do everything we can to prevent another attack. I'm yawning today. It's been a long, busy day. Take a close look at the past of each member with Thought. Find out the locations of all demos they've held. That might yield a hint. So he held a position as a journalist at Der Reporter, one of the most renowned German daily newspapers, and was also a chairman of the Global Media Ethics Congress. Interesting. In his works, member of an ethical compromise, just the average run-of-the-mill terrorist trait. Oh god, that's really scary. Wow, that's a whole lot of information about this Goldfelds, yet only one other page could be indexed. Very strange indeed. I think the next course of action should be to look for other members of this thought group, like the students he mentioned. What the fundamental terrorist trait, being a member of an ethics congress, Jesus Christ. Never relents to emphasize the importance of privacy over public interest. Privacy is important. The thoughts are free. A modern time Declaration of Independence was mass surveillance. Let's drag that one in. What do you say to that? He literally wrote the book. So this seems too obvious that it's him who actually was involved in the bombings. So my current suspicion is it's someone who'd read his work and was using it as a basis for these attacks, maybe? It's a bit odd, so... Okay. Why is that there? I'm confused. Why do we still have stars? Oh well, let's have a look at... Internal Zeligan University class attendee system. Right, okay, so I'm just going to turn this down a bit because the music's getting a bit loud. Alright. So you retired in fall 2016, so you would imagine we could do summer semester, media, so we've got a whole list of people. No one is flagging up though. Ah, Carrington Juliet, we have seen this one. A grade master thesis. That's a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. We've seen this name before, haven't we? Right, she was a friend of Miss Watergate's. Now it also appears she was a student of Abraham Goldfeld's. I think that's enough to warrant a report. Give me a few minutes. Alright, we have authorization to investigate mischaracter. So rude. Oh, we've also got Harrison O'Donnell. Was a guest. Interesting. Yes, we've seen that name connected to Miss Watergate. I'll report this right away. And we can target him as well. Now there's some more work for you. Congrats. Those must be the students within thought. Well done. So we've now updated the sort of relationship web, which is a nice little thing. So you've got Cassie's parents, her lawyer/boyfriend, which has got to be a whole load of ethical weirdness on its own, and her former best friend who was kind of stupid. So let's look at Juliet. Good selfie. PR assistant at Rosentech. Interesting. Let's give all these lovely things. What's the harm in harvesting all this information? So she likes the target. So this band seems to be important because all these people went. You can dance, and I got proof now. Cassi and Juliet, are you still in bed? Is that really me? I got to be careful around you, apparently. Oh, this is so weird. Just like properly. You know, I mean, this is all theoretically public information, but it's so creepy, even though they're not real people. Yeah, no, this guy you can get fucked. Man, like, polygonal muffins look pretty tasty. Not so shocked. This, I fully back this sentiment of spending the evening in bed watching movies and eating lots of muffins. So a hell of a lot of muffins. That is a fine use of an evening. Oh, wait, due in. I'll be there in half an hour. Yes, they're friends. Doi. Okay. God, this guy's an idiot. Oh my god. That's not what I meant. I thought I was just uploading the bit that Cassie was her friend, not the whole sentence of torture and cruelty. And even so, that's clearly a joke. This guy is an idiot. He doesn't understand people. Should not be spying on them. What's that to do with? Screw this person. So she left the university. So they met at the protest. Screw this person, screw this guy. Is there some sort of brainwashing going on? No, it's called people giving a shit. Oh, this makes me angry. Activism? Attending demonstrations? Is that still you? Sometimes people change their minds. Sometimes other people help to get the right mindset to find out what you truly care about. This is about our freedom, and I know what it feels like to not be free. This guy can get fucked. I worry that, like, this is purposefully leading me to be, like, sympathetic to these two and the protesters in general, and it's actually going to turn out they're horrible people, and that scares me, but I hope not. Democracy, we have petitions for that. I'm so proud of you. You're capable of using the essential tool of any good slacktivist. Nice. Hell, I would like to post a really slow clapping sound, but Timelines doesn't allow it. Okay, so is this a new page? No. So we've got a family page, which is incredibly cheesy. Oh, that's even cheesier. Why do they have a page just to show off their family? That's weird. That's so weird. Right, she's a headmistress. Okay. May Carrington, CEO and founder of My Cloth. Okay, so that's interesting. So we've got George Orwell definitely in this universe, and now we've got Labyrinth and The Devil Wears Prada. So is this like an alternate future thing, except it's 2017? So it's like, where did the timeline split here? Hang on, wait, they literally called them April, May, June, and Juliet. That's really terrible. got Juliet. That's a lovely photo. So we've got her exact birthday, sure. Favorite color, why not? Plays the guitar. I like a joke much as the next person, but her favorite color, do you really think that's a pertinent information right now? There's an active bomb threat right now. Could you please focus on that? Screw you, I'm gathering everything. Favorite pastime, playing the guitar. Favorite food, banana nut muffins. The whole point of this is to hoover data up. Stop admonishing me for doing that. Yum. If we fail to prevent the next assault due to you processing random data, I won't be taking the fall. Well, if it wasn't you wasting time telling me off for doing that. You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view. Until you climb inside of his skin and walk around in it. Half a lead to kill a mockingbird. I actually read that one. Great book. You seem to have missed the point. What's that achievement? I am intrigued. But know all favourites. Weird. Okay. Like, parents who name their kids in a theme are the worst, so screw them. They can definitely get information. So she studied media economics, whatever that is. Learned to play the guitar and had a plan to become a professional musician. She decided to enter a band career once she was single again, which is a conflict of something. So we got Erosion Technologies from the founder. Yeah, he looks like a tech bro. That's a lot of workers. Okay, what have we got? The 10 Commandments. I cannot be asked to read through fake corporate speak because that's going to be awful and not worth my mental space. There you go. Oh, we've got our telephone number. Isn't that lovely? Good work. The listener will also track incoming and outgoing telephone calls of numbers you have added. Which, you know, conveniently happened as soon as I did them. We're gonna get voice acting? Welcome to Rosen Tech. This is PO Assistant Juliet Carrington speaking. How may I be of service? Hello, Juliet Carrington. This is Esther. You sound so official at work. Oh, hi, Mom. Is this important? You know I can't take personal calls while I'm at work. I just wanted to check in, make sure you're home for dinner for tonight. This is annoying, Mom. Actually, I'm heading out with some friends from work. Time for some Bonton clubbing. Honey, please don't. On the news, they said it would be advisable to avoid public spaces. They expect another bombing. Mom, I get that you're worried, but I can't just sit at home with you every night of the week. That's exactly what those terrorists want us to do. Avoid public life. We can't give up our freedom like that. Honey, please, you won't have much freedom left if you're dead. Mom, I won't die. How can you be so sure about that? I could just as easily be hit by a car on my way home to your lovely dinner. Don't say that. Just think, this ridiculous group has gotten you into nothing but trouble. What will they call? Oh, sheesh, Mum, I'm going to think about it, okay? Thank you, honey. Mum, I'm really sorry, but I really have to go now if I don't want Victor Rosen to personally fire me. I have to go. Sorry, love you, bye. Sure. Oh, caring mothers. What have you got? That's really creepy, though. People are truly creatures of habit. Maybe she really does want to go up, but this seems a little odd. What is she really doing? She's going clubbing. Now to find her parent address. But we know her... House in Malloy Court. Funny, this is right around the corner from where I live. That's interesting. So, are we done there? Let's look into Harrison. You seem cool. So I'm guessing the entire series, like this game, because I know there's a sequel, so I'm guessing this game and the 5 chapters in it are going to be all this one story and like expanding this web. So media punk, I like it. I very much like this game. What does that even mean? It means screw you, old man. Deleted multiple posts. Yeah, sensible. Do we have something to hide then, Miss Riddle? Yeah, they just don't want people fucking spying on you. The fascists turned this into a nightmare. People didn't do shit. The protest was peaceful until they showed up. They stormed the crowd and provoked what happened. Yep. So we had them in a relationship, but they broke up, which is sad. Mike, why don't you just go and ask Juliet out right away, huh? No need for hiding anything. I can provide a nose correction just for you to make you look just as awesome. You want that? No, then you fuck off. Okay, no. This guy's now a dick. Because he's... Someone was like, you look cool in that photo. And he immediately was stupid. So... yeah, you can go fuck yourself, Harrison. Guys, the worst. It was a guest in a lecture of a friend. You got me, but still, shit just got real. Right. So, I'm going to submit the... She is single, because that seems like the accurate answer. And so she was a member of the Targets. Interesting. We are the track you are ashamed of in your fine-tuned playlist, the unexplainable gap in your seemingly flawless CV, your drunken selfie in your timelines profile, the porn movie found on your work computer. You can't avoid us because we are you. We are the Targets. Harrison, vocals, guitar. Ah, so we got his actual name, maybe? Or just a... It's quite an ego we've got there, haven't we? Really? Okay, Elliot Hancock. I'm not quite sure what that means, but sure. Probably a very American. It's all clearly named after like political figures, and I don't know who Hancock is, unless he's like the Declaration of Independence guy with the massive signature. But who knows? That is a pretty cool photo, though. So again, where did this diverge from our history? return of the targets in our new album, The Haunted House. April 19th. Cancelled. Presumably because of explosions. A friend of mine claims to have heard that Hancock decided to quit the band, but no official statement has been given out. A wholehearted thumbs down for that bullcrap. Gotta find me another fave band now. You better do the same. What? And now the whole thing got cancelled? What's going on? Such a shame that Tubman left again. Why? Good lord, not those emos on the show again. Why do you do this to us? Why? I really can't stand tearing down. Ah, screw you. Support the support acts. Interesting. There's no date on this. We actually have the music. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to be quiet and listen. I like it. You got to enjoy my silly dancing and air drying, which is, you know, always fun. There's a disappointing lack of water. Let's replace it with Coke. I wonder if they got to do that, and I also wonder if they have that available to download anywhere, because I'd stick that in my iTunes. A bit of fake punk music. Diet Coke, yo. Why do I even bother? So, yeah, that was fun. Mosh. What's going on? What's all this? The physical ones are screw streaming. But you literally just put up a stream of your single. Previous one's a riot. Oh no. You've stolen his email address. Another chat session with Cassie and Juliet. Hello. Hi Cass, what happened yesterday? I got arrested, lol. Oh, it's Joseph. Oh, hi, sorry Joseph, didn't know you had access to Cassie's account. Nice to finally talk to you. Have you seen Cassandra since yesterday evening? Heard from her at all? So you even tell her friends that she's been, or like her partner, that she's been arrested? Spoke to her last night for our chat. She seemed quite upset about the whole Freedom Plaza thing and something else she wouldn't talk about. Then there was someone at the door and she went to answer it and never came back. I assumed it was you. Oh shit, we were supposed to meet for dinner, but I had an unexpected meeting with a client. She wasn't happy about that change of plans. She quit the chat and that was it. I think she's probably at home stewing away. That is not how that went down. That's a terrible surmise, Juliet. She did give me the key to her flat 2 months ago, but no, and her PC was still on. I guess calling her didn't work either. Tried, no answer. Damn, I hate myself right now. Nothing to do with you, friend. You set your number to private, otherwise she's probably just avoiding you. We know what? Cassie told me you were funny. I think you shouldn't worry too much. It's probably nothing. It's definitely something. When Cassie's mad, she usually ghosts and wanders around the city. She'll be back in no time. She does get a bit fiery at times. We had an argument once and, well, guess what happened? See, this is why I wanted to talk to you. I feel like sometimes you know her better than I do and I'm my goddamn boyfriend. Oh, I doubt that somehow. I mean, you two were in this thought group together, right? You both went to the Freedom Plaza protest. Oh, juicy stuff. Maybe you know other places that could be important for her, to all the two of you, where she could be at. Freedom Plaza was organised by Thought, yeah, but Harrison did all the planning for it. I don't know much else. Oh, I see. I wish I could help, but I honestly don't have a clue. Thank you anyway, don't mention it. Smiley face. She does a lot of smiley faces. I like her. So that's conflicted, so I won't submit that just yet. I do like I can submit that Cassie is a lawyer, despite me knowing it's Joseph on her accounts. So, like, is giving that gonna, like, would that affect anything? Giving, like, shite data? I'm intrigued. Harrison emailed some flowers for Angela. I've got his bank account numbers. Can we like freeze his account or something? Apparently. What? Well, we can just see what he's bought. That's terrifying. Has health insurance? 2 health insurances. Oh, that's a good point. Gets paid by the National Beholder, or did get paid 14 days ago. That's interesting. And yeah, really likes his farmer. That reminds me, I need to order mints. He values his hygiene, or it might as well be material intended to wash away a freedom memorial. Good point. This guy seems too obvious though as a target. Sounds like some sort of secret affiliation. And has 2 health insurances. Planning on doing something dangerous perhaps? See, this guy seems way too obvious. Why is that still red then? Oh, okay, fine. So, what have we got? Wait, what the actual... The moment you open that doc, a malicious code injection was detected in Orwell. Yes! We've had 47 attack warnings and still counting. What the hell is on that site? Well... Change the music. This is the music of hacking. Right, enough of that. You're probably going to get terrible dancing in this streams generally. Why are gigs to do with... Why is this still highlighted then? Ah, previous gigs. haunted house. I want to have a proclamations and stuff. Weird. A haunted house-based venue. That'd be pretty cool. We'll definitely come to the Freedom Plaza demo. I just have to get to know Juliet, especially since she's the one organising this. Oh. So was it Juliet or was it Harris? This person really hates tearing down. That's interesting. That seems to be the accurate thing. I'm gonna say it was one of Thought's protests, not immensely surprising. One down, 2 more protest locations to go. Ooh. We have a phone call. You got O'Donnell. Harrison, it's me. Well, look who it is. I knew this moment would come one day. You've caught me by surprise. Yeah, fuck Harrison. Ever since we first met up on that clear night on the Senegal Greenfield, I know it was destiny. I know you never really meant it. Jesus, this guy's a tool. Will you please spare me your juvenile bullshit? I like Juliet. Man, Harrison is a dick. So this is what you did to make me call you back again? The heck are you talking about? Oh, come on, don't play dumb great administrator. I'm talking about the thought page you so generously volunteered to maintain. What? Give me a sec. What the fuck is this shit? Are you messing around with me, Jules? Are you seriously trying to say this wasn't your doing? Why would I fucking want to disgrace Thought? Maybe because of the same reason you bailed out of Thought all of a sudden? Thought didn't do shit anymore since Abe disappeared. Disappeared? But turning it around that way made it a damn fine excuse for you to bail out on the 2 of us, huh? Maybe then because you disgraced Thought before by hiding all the articles on the Thought blog except Cassandra's. Abe archived the personals because he didn't even want us to know. None of us could ever access them. I merely did the same with the rest because that would also be in Abe's interest, and Cass wanted to show her article around. Oh please, I know you deleted all your rebellious posts to secure your cozy job writing that ridiculous opinion column for the TNB. Oh well, this guy's a massive dick. You know, it's funny, you, speaking of disgrace when Rosen is the government's personal bitch, in case you didn't know, almost makes you the same in my book. So you really don't know anything about the hack then? I don't have a frigging clue. Can you revert the changes? You bet. I'll even hunt down the son of a bitch. Just reverse it, okay? I don't care who did it. I just can't stand our memories being toyed around with. Okay, we'll be done in no time, ma'am. Never could say no to you. If only, anyway, thank you. Interesting. That's lots of information we've got just there. Lots of information. Okay, so that's worth looking into. I read this one quite regularly. I wasn't at all aware it was our guy. The TMB probably didn't know either. Also, this must be what the large payment he received was for. Hid articles on Thought blog. Yeah, he is very like, I'm gonna hide all my stuff. It seems that today's new targets have a common history, something more than belonging to Thought. That's so creepy saying this, but it's all data. Okay, so couple of pieces of Abe info. Causing the group to be inactive. They are no longer active. Yes. Seems like someone's doing it. Why do you hide something on a group's blog from its own members? A hidden agenda, perhaps. And you just got an email saying we have access to the account. Interesting. Yeah, it was worrying how casually we were able to hack into this person's bank account. Just sort of an automatic thing. This would be an interesting teaching tool if it wasn't for all the swearing, I guess, but older kids maybe, for like sixth formers or something. You could go like, yeah, like play the first mission of this, talk about what issues it raises with regards to privacy and surveillance and all of this stuff. Be good in like ICT, computer science, or ethics, I guess, if there's ethics classes, philosophy, I don't know. Yeah. What have you got there? Knock knock, Harrison. Seems I caught you pants down on that little page of yours. Confused? Why, that's fine. You don't know me and I like to keep it that way, but I know a lot about you, media punk. If you knew what I know about, not what you know about what this little group of yours did, you would find it just as hard to ignore that those two bombs might just carry your name tag. Guess what I'm talking about, right? So the righteous hacker initiative will expose all information I got on you. Might interest the cops, won't it? I have no love for the government, but I will do what I must, so give me one good reason not to do it, and I might reconsider. Ooh. It's irritating having to hop between profiles. How's the hacker involved in all this? Hey, Wiseout, this is the most pathetic blackmailing attempt I've read in a long time. You want a damn good reason not to call the cops? I can give you 3. You hacked my site, i.e. my website server. Last time I checked, this was highly illegal. Something about glass houses and stones. I don't get what you want to have found out about me. What do you want to have found out about me? True, our protest didn't always go as planned, but since you claim to know so much about me, you should know that this was hardly my fault. What I wanted is all in my blog, not a word about fucking bombing people, only grabbing attention. Bet you haven't even found that. Never even found that, huh? Why, your mad skills, hacker boy. I'll throw your breadcrumbs so you don't feel too miserable. My Nick. I'm the wrong person to mess around with. Leave my page alone. Roll it back and then don't dare touching it again. I'll get to you, promise. For your own worthless sake, I hope it wasn't you who broke into my bank account, else you're neck deep in sheep shit, even more than you already are. Thought I didn't notice, did you? Like I said, the wrong guy. The very wrong guy. No, that was me. Just, you know, spying on your bank account. God, we have so many places to go. This is exciting. So this is this guy. So we've got his name in here. Why did that not come up in a search? Oh no, this guy's being awful. I'll go and spill the beans right away. Shut the border between us and the Parges. Now, will you please? Can't anyone see what's happening here? I mean, are you blind? Take a look at Triplets, for instance. The situation there seems to be escalating yet again. 2008 much? And just like then, the nation will let itself get dragged into the conflict. Just like then, the Pargesians will see the nation not as a friend who does the best to de-escalate the situation, but as an opponent who invades and seeks cooperation through force. History keeps repeating itself. That's certainly nothing new. The safety of any citizen is of utmost importance. That has been the party's promise ever since 2009, and ever since it has been working like a charm. Contradicts with a couple of things. Until now, that is, as some self-proclaimed benefactors in the opposition claim that borders are meant to be open to possible refugees. Yes. If I didn't know how we suffered already 9 years back, I would agree without a doubt. I would walk up there and welcome them personally with arms wide open. but I do remember perfectly well. Though my name isn't Nostradamus, let me foretell something. We will see a rise in acts of terrorism in the very close future. Who knows, maybe next week a bomb will go off in the middle of a Farview or Bonton. Don't you pretend not to have been warned when that happened. Hence the change my nickname to Nostradamus thing. This guy's an asshole. He is faux punk and then writes this sort of reactionary bullshit. Thing is, again, he's meant to look like a villain here. All the characters are very sort of layered, which is good. I'm not quite sure. I know I'm meant to think about the different ones, at least a person with my general life perspective is, but then I'm not sure what's actually going on. What has Juliet got to say? When I learned about Skeleton this morning, Skeleton this morning, and that 2 people had been killed, I felt devastated because I felt responsible. I spent 5 years of my life at this university. I even organised a peaceful protest at the Stelagan campus. It has been the centre of my life for a while, and to see terrorists pervert this place for their foul reasons strikes my heart. I feel truly, truly sorry for anyone concerned. Interesting. Oh yay, the wall of text. God, that is ugly. That's definitely what he's doing. He doesn't deserve a cool photo. Hell yes, it's happening. After years, my plan had finally taken shape. It even has a name. Thought. So is he claiming to have founded the thing? Interesting. Finally, a counterpart to the radical reigning of totalitarian surveillance, and I am glad to have a capable companion in this, the one who came up with the best idea for a demo ever. Not going to tell you, it's a surprise. I only urge you to join us in our aim to unleash this pitiful, pathetic, wannabe democracy of a country from its shackles. For freedom is not free in a place where every move is observed and analysed. Help to make freedom free again. Run around naked, eat chocolate pudding from a diaper. Ew. No, insult your mom on timelines. It's mind-boggling how anything, no matter how mundane, will generate attention these days. As long as it's not normal, a construct of society that doesn't make sense, by the way. Sorry. And there's a camera around, you can be sure we will hear about it. The ever-present cameras are one reason this site exists, at any rate. Everyone loves the sound of clicked tsunamis in the morning. Already got a nice plan of my own. As soon as I get myself a handful of like-minded people, we're going to occupy that friggin' elitist university Stelagan, that's for sure. I bet we could scare those cardigan-wearing conformists a great deal just by showing our ugly faces. Oh, how I'd love to see them running. I've grown really fond of the idea to start a band, maybe call them Enemy of the State or the Most Wanted. Music is an excellent way to add a spice of emotion needed in order to make important messages stick in your mind, and hell, I am ready to be a rock star. I already live in a trailer anyway, so I might as well go for the full gutter punk life. Will you please get more stereotypically antisocial? He is allowed to live in a trailer. If there any hope left for this country, it lays with its people. If there is any hope left for this country, it lays with its people. It is resembled by every freely thinking mind, every individual of this fucked up place that is willing to switch on their brains. That's not a sentence. That doesn't make sense. Safety is a lie, nothing but a buzzword used to cause fear and take control from you. If you don't get that, you might as well turn into a remote-controlled zombie and say bye-bye to free will. Thing is, people love staying blind as long as they have the illusion of safety, so what I need now is a way of getting this truth in everyone's head. No, 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 fucking no. The perfect safety of the individual is our ultimate goal. We have stated so before our election in 2009, and we will stay true to our promise. To be able to provide this, we will again greatly increase surveillance measures in the month and years to come. There is already a new concept in the works at the moment that continues to stretch our current technology, pushing our safety initiatives to an entirely new level. I cannot even find the words for how mind-bogglingly stupid the government's plan is. Let's turn on our brains for a second and think. What do people value most these days? Freedom, of course. The freedom to say stupid things on the internet. The freedom to choose between a trillion cell phone brands. The freedom to walk around with the most ugly haircut ever sculpted. That's actually an okay haircut. Is safety is what everyone is longing for so much. Go lock yourself in a barn because taking risks is part of living your life, you idiots. I am telling you, the next step the government will take will be to stop citizens from doing things before the thought has even popped into their heads. Minority Report, anyone? Thus, there will be no more freedom to choose, no freedom whatsoever. This is a dangerous pitfall. Seriously. There's still another unknown data chunk. Yeah, so clearly, either changed his mind or is just willing to write stuff he doesn't believe for the newspaper. Either way, he's an asshole. There's something unknown there. See, I'm pretty sure he's just taking credit for Juliet coming up with this idea, but also if I'm going to get someone in trouble, I want it to be him because he's clearly a dick. So yeah, I'm going to submit this one. Freedom Plaza and Seligan. Very well, it is a pattern exactly as we suspected, but we still have no idea about the third location. You need to be diligent now, lives might hang in the balance. In the worst case that we cannot determine the location on time, well, I might have to conduct an interrogation with Miss Watergate. I want to avoid it though, she's behaving pretty defiantly, I've been told. Looking at what you found so far, I might have enough information to put some pressure on her. Ooh, she's nice. Knock knock, Harrison, the thoughts are free once again. We are not done yet, you and me, but first, on, I must turn to another. Odd, okay. Ah, so he's living in outskirts camping, I see. Hey look, I accessed your fucking bank account again. Oh yeah, no, we know that one. What have we got here then? Thought must change direction. Nope. Goldfields? Nope. Our thoughts still free. So that says there's new stuff there. Okay. I can't see anything new on there. It's interesting that this is still got bookmarks on it as well. I'm going to give these a scan again. Notable alumni, eh? No, that doesn't seem useful. Okay, fine. What's happening here then? Why is there something important there? Nothing highlighted. What's new? That's weird. I can't find that third piece of information there. I think I'm just going to submit this one. I want to know what that other data chunk is. I swear it must be in there somewhere, but how the hell would I access it? Wait, hang on. So I definitely feel like I'm missing something here. Is there another page on here? Ooh, leave a message, right. Government scanning all the websites for potential threats. They make people disappear that spread rebellious ideas. It's vital people like you show the courage and write about this truth. A heartfelt thank you. Yeah, you're not really wrong there. By pure coincidence, I stumbled upon your website. Oh, okay, right. Frankly, your thinking and your attitude to get other people think alike left quite an impression on me. I'm looking for people willing to join a debate club called The Thought. I think your presence will really liven up the discussion. Right. Oh god, that's a horrible mess. Why is it done like that? That's not what should really happen. I feel a little confused now. Is this Thought a blog, an activist group, or a debate club? Perhaps all three. Don't know where you got the weird impression I'll be willing to join some debate club. I'm already debating here all day on my own. This country needs change, freaking action. If you have this to offer that as well, drop me a PN here. Don't spam. Thanks a ton. Oh man, he totally just like fucking stole that name. This guy's an asshole. Right, interesting. Dear readers, I would kindly like to invite those who are interested to our newly founded debate club called The Thought. Our primary discussion will revolve around how people can best be made aware of a topic in the age of information overflow. First, we will brainstorm and discuss various options. Then, dependent on participation and interest of attendees, we will perform practical exercises and test sessions for empirical research. Interesting. The Thought meeting is scheduled to take place every Thursday at 7 p.m. sharp. Cafe Chestnut on Sterling campus. You can also visit our blog. Oh my god, they've made their own memes. We will have a wonderful guest join us at our meetings. Hancock has been theorising ways of political engagement on his independent blog, Hancock's Writing on the Wall, for several years now, and is sure to enrich our debate sessions. Sadly, this is not an officially accredited event. I'm sorry. Ooh, so Concerned One was posting a comment on the Thought blog? Nina would be very welcome at Thought. There's another member we haven't even heard of yet. Request clearance to make her a target. We got a green light. Okay, let's look at this Nina. What a strange alias name. She messed something up. Interesting. Why do I suddenly have a link to this one then? The fight for freedom will be carried into the streets starting today and thought to be the spearhead. The government consists only of ass-kissing motherfucking turds. So he's either hostile towards or rejects the position. Seeing as I really don't like this guy, I'm probably going to put that one in. The beauty of this freedom of speech, isn't it great that in this country I can say whatever I please and no one can hold it against me? It's just my opinion, and you might disagree. You shouldn't, because I'm right at that, but yeah, you may. And you might as well judge me to be an asshole, and that is fine too. It isn't. You are a massive asshole. As long as it will not have legal consequences for me. I think it's a great measurement of the amount of freedom in our country that as long as I'm able to write this and there isn't any governmental lackey taking that statement and reporting it to some superior, dramatic irony. We truly are free. George Orwell said, if liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. True that. With the current course towards more and more surveillance, our state of the nation's slow metamorphosis, it is inevitable that this will change one day, and it's damn well possible that day isn't too far off at all. There must be a counterweight to this process, and the answer can only be that the thought no longer stays in our heads. No, but we'll carry it into the streets of the nation, become transformed, and by that re-implanted back into the minds. Excuse me. An invincible idea that we shall always be truly free. It's a great moment. I'm glad we finally get to action. Any plans we will strike first? Who do you think I am, huh? Of course I do. We will nice a proclamation where we were born. Let's piss off the so-called young elite. No offence, my friends. Though I share your enthusiasm towards acquiring people's attention, it would be better to avoid Saligan as a place of any demonstration for the moment, because the increased student fees, the atmosphere is seated up enough as it is. You might be able to get back to Saligan later on. What a pity, but you're probably right, So what about holding a proclamation on a government building then? Sounds like a worthy first demo. Ooh. Unroll the banners from the roof, that kind of thing. I think we need to strike into the heart of the everyday people to really cause a stir. We should go for storming a Bonton Mall as our first thing. Oh, maybe even wait until it's all busy, say around Xmas. Although I know we want to gather more people to join us, we should not discuss the matter here. There are eyes out there who might be malevolent towards us. You are not kidding. I like the musical sting when I find the important stuff there. Right, so let's just put the innocuous information. Innocuous. An activist group after all, and now we know who had the primary say in that. You don't like the government, which is a generally good position. Right. So I like how this has actually given me no real evidence or context on this. So she seems the one who organised it and messed it up. So we know this. So I think that's the only hint that we've got that it's actually this is the correct one to put through. Even if we didn't have that hint, I'd lean towards putting this one through anyway because, you know, activism, yay, government, boo. Bombing's bad. And do you not want a bomb to go off in a mall? That's worse than a bomb going off in a government building, I would say. Probably a higher casualty rate. And in this context, you know, not evil government who they kind of are in this situation, but that seems the most likely positive course of action there. This Nina planned it, are you sure? A mall? Well, that must be it then. That's where the third bomb will be. But there are dozens of malls in Bonton. Which one is it? Alright, if that is all we have, it's what we have to work with. So, let's get this interrogation thing going before we run out of time. I am actually located in the same facility where Miss Watergate is being detained. I will have her moved to an interrogation room and walk across. To cover my identity, I will connect to her by an internal hardline. Let's just hope that what you've provided gives us enough leverage over her. I will open a connection for you to eavesdrop. After all, this is your case too. Plus, we need all the possible info found in Orwell. Hold on. I'm intrigued by this insider thing. Who is this? Why can't you just leave me alone? Miss Watergate, my name is Symes. Great, Symes, you can go fuck yourself. I already told the other guys everything over and over again. It wasn't me who hurt the officer. We have new evidence that states otherwise, which is why you are in custody again. But that's not what this is about. We are investigating the bombings at Freedom Plaza and Seligan. I just want to ask you some questions. Cooperate and it might reflect positively on you. Oh, you want to frame me for this as well? I must be such a busy terrorist. I was right here imprisoned while I set up a goddamn bomb in Seligan. We know you didn't trigger the bomb at Seligan. Maybe not even the one at Freedom Plaza. We do know, however, you have been in close contact with a group called Thought. What? They have nothing to do with it. I want to talk to my lawyer right now. You mean that boyfriend of yours, Joseph Langley? My boyfriend? You know that? We know a lot about you, Miss Watergate. Bah! I don't need to call him then. Now shove off. Your defiance towards me is not advisable. What about your parents, Bruno and Alice? They've got a nice company, don't they? Association with a criminal case against their daughter yet again could hurt them badly. Last time I was in custody, all I ever did about it was suggesting I leave my position as junior CIO. Does that give you the impression of a picture-perfect family? Wow, fuck their parents. Well, have it your way then. We have your confession in regards to that nasty incident with the police officer. You'll have to go through that whole process again. It's going to drag on for a long time. And where did you get this supposed confession? I never did anything. Miss Kerrigan stated this in a conversation with you. Have you been spying on us, you dirty little government fucker? Well, I hope you also noted that she stated this happened in defense. Indeed, we did note that. That does mean you have nothing on me. It seems my colleagues didn't tell you have been assessed as potentially dangerous, did they? Ha! Potentially dangerous. I like the sound of that. Me so dangerous. I like her. This is not a joke, Miss Watergate. See, it's all in this profile here. In accordance with the safety bill, people being assessed as potentially dangerous may be held in custody for a very, very long time until they are deemed no longer a threat. That's horrible. Bullshit. You can't just make up something and flag me as dangerous just because it suits your case. There's an official investigative result. We can even double the time span you're sitting here with a police record like yours. No, why? I hope you will like your cell and your cellmates. Oh, he's so awful. Cooperate and avoid this at once. Why are you doing this to me? Just answer my questions and I might be able to help. I don't know what you expect from me. I first went to the Freedom Plaza demo. I don't know much about their plans. We know a person who's going by the name of Nina had plans to storm a mall. Do you know which one? Mall? A mall? Yeah, a mall was mentioned once or twice. I think it was that huge place, the Circle Mall. The Circle Mall? Are you completely sure? Yes, I do think so. Alright, this will have to suffice. Wait, what about this reflecting positively on me, huh? Your cooperation was noted. All will be dealt with in due time. Goodbye. Interesting. Thank God you provided valuable info. Unfortunately for Miss Watergate, I cannot do much for her. It just doesn't work like this. What's in Orwell is in Orwell, and acting upon it is mandatory. Screw you. I know what you must think now, but would you rather not save these people? We did the right thing, you and me. Looks like the biggest mall in all of Bonton, the Circle Mall, is our target. All hell will surely break loose once the report goes out, but I don't think we have a choice. Add the data chunk to Cassandra's profile and I will inform the cavalry so they can do their job. So I wonder again if I'd given like less information, then whether that would have happened the same way. This is going to be worth a replay on my own time, I think. It's done. Evacuation is in progress. Better keep our fingers crossed that we're right and that we're not too late already. Now all we can do is wait. What is this button for? Welcome to Rosentech. This is PR. Hello, honey. It's me again, Mom. I just heard breaking news on the radio. They're evacuating the Circle Mall. They also told everyone to avoid the places around the mall. You best head home at once. Evacuating? Mom, I can't just leave work. You're overdue already. Oh well, yeah, fine. I'll get home soon. Okay. Thank you, honey. See you soon. Be careful. Yeah, see you soon, Mom. So, like, if I pick the other thing, would the bomb go off otherwise, or? Oh, this is interesting. What's taking so long? This waiting around makes me feel so helpless. But I think you really think you did fine. I shall. Shit going down. A homemade explosive device has been found by local police units on the scene at the Circle Mall. We did it! We saved all those people. Your diligence was brilliant. Next up, we will pull this Nina apart and find out who is really responsible for all this mess. Really great work. Get some rest. You deserve it. That's interesting then. After a sudden evacuation and thorough search, a device which has been identified as a homemade bomb has been found by police forces. The device has been disarmed by specialists on site. Although authorities refused to comment at the time, it is suspected this might have been the bombing announced earlier by the letter found at the previous bomb site. Oh, this is interesting then, because, you know, I feel good that I found a bomb and used logic to do so and saved people's lives. But on the other hand, I did it by massively invading the privacy of, so far, you know, nothing illegal. Apart from Cassandra technically, but that was like self-defense and at a protest, and screw that then. So yeah, this game is doing a really good job at like bringing up conflicting emotions in like good questions about where you know, the line between privacy and freedom and safety and all of those things, and I'm really digging this, and this game needs more attention. That's a bad picture. This game needs more attention, to be honest, and more discussion around it, because I haven't really heard too many people talking about this one, and that's a shame because it's really interesting. Okay, so let's log out. Oh god, so much information. So it's divided into different. This is the general thing. There was an assault at the university. The thought-held protests is inactive, so probably a single individual, and there was a bombing at the Circle Mall. We've got lots of information on lots of people. Right. Well, that's been an hour and a half and a whole day of this, so we'll do chapter 3 another time. I'm not sure when I will be back. Probably an evening this week. It very much depends on how tired I am after work. But I will tweet out some warnings because I'm intrigued and I want to do more of this. 3 more days left, I think. Yeah, this was a good one. I'm very intrigued by what's going to happen next. Good, okay. Bye everybody. Spy on you later. That was terrible, that's not going to be a catchphrase. Bye.